I'm Raven.
And I'm Ahmaad.
And we're the Hoods.
Bam.
Good job, Ahmaad. You 2 for 2 with season 2, okay? Hood Tales is where we take you through the ups, downs, and merry-go-rounds of millennial marriage. If this is your first time listening to Hood Tales, welcome.
What up?
The doors of the church are open.
Come on in.
Come on in. Take a seat.
Will there be one?
Hello. But if this is your first time listening to Hood Tales, welcome. This is season 2. Make sure you go back and check out season 1. Ahmaad and I are not marriage experts. We're really technically still newlyweds. I
Very
believe.
much so.
I think that still counts as newlyweds.
Yeah, until
year
like
3.
Year 3, something like that.
Well, I'm gonna say year 3.
Yeah.
But we are just talking about things that we've experienced, figured out, not really figured out,
Work through.
work through, all the above in this lovely little podcast.
Yes.
So yeah, thanks for joining. Share a friend, invite, continue to allow the ministry to grow. Amen. I'm gonna be churchy for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
All right. So today we want to talk about how marriage is not 50-50. I really hate the phrase marriage is 50-50. Like, I feel like I've never heard anyone married say marriage is 50-50.
No. Because if they were really married, they know better.
Well, you would think they did.
No, I'm saying.
You would think they did.
Yeah, too sure.
That's what I'm saying. No, you would think they did. Because there are some married people that think marriage is 50-50. Like, the statement had to come from somewhere.
Facts.
It came from somewhere. It probably came from me, because men are trash.
Nah. You're not going to dispute that at all. You're not
that is by far the biggest myth about marriage, I think, is that marriage is 50-50. And I really hate the phrase because no relationship is 50-50.
Never.
Except for maybe, no relationship is 50-50, like ever. Nothing is ever evenly split down the middle. Are you tired?
I don't know.
Okay. Nothing is ever evenly split down the middle, like in no relationship. No friendship even.
No,
like no relationship of any kind. Is anything ever 50-50?
No, never. Yeah, you definitely only get out of your marriage what you put into it. It's definitely like life. You only get out of it what you put into it. So don't cry and gripe and complain about things that you didn't take the time to put into your marriage.
Facts, because you only get out what you put in, and that's with like everything else in life.
Exactly.
Like working out, losing weight, you only get out what you put in, which is why I'll still be eating.
Exactly. That's why you that was too perfect. I didn't. But the grass is only greener where you water it.
For sure, which is also what we said relationship goes to, because it's very true.
Yeah.
Very, very true. I think one of the things that like the phrase marriage isn't 50-50 discounts is that life be happening to people.
Life happened to me and you separately while also being together.
Yes. Yes.
Because we are on 2 different journeys.
Yes.
But we're deciding to do life together.
Yes. And I think that there are moments where like marriage may feel 50-50.
Facts.
I think there are moments where like marriage may feel 75-25. Because life does not stop happening. Like, if I was pregnant, baby, I can't do all I used to do. I'm like, period.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not happening. Like, so you're gonna have to give more to make sure everything is still running smoothly. Like,
you should want to give more to make sure everything running smoothly.
Well, that's a word.
Oh, seriously,
you should want to give more.
Especially in that regard, I think I could go on a tangent on that.
Yes, you could. But even like grief and stuff, right? Like, you know, gratefully we haven't lost a parent, but like, or a sibling, but like, we suffer a death. Like, that grief comes in waves anyway. But like that initial grief, like, I don't have nothing to give to you. I'm trying to get out of bed.
Oh.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and in that regard, I should, because you don't have anything to give to me, I should be doing my best to give everything to you.
Oh yeah, you're talking about to like
in
make
those
it
moments.
Yeah,
not even to make it even, but to just let you know, like, hey, you know, you might not be you're down and out at the moment. I got us.
Yeah, very true. Very, very, very true. Like, shoot, the pandemic is a perfect example. Like, you were forced to be unemployed for 4 months. Yeah, for 4 months because of the shutdown. But like, let's say our whole thought process was everything was being split down the middle, like, you know, and that works for some people, so I'm not knocking that for
whatever
you. That
you
works
do for you. Okay.
But what I am saying is that, like, let's say, like, that was just, like, my mindset of, like, everything being 50-50.
Yeah.
Now you're not working. So now what does that mean? Like, does that mean that I only, like, I don't cook for you? Because that's the 50%. Like, what is the line being drawn to try to make everything as quote-unquote evenly as possible?
Yeah.
Like, that's not realistic at all. To me, at least. Realistic?
No, not at all.
Okay. I think one of the other things, I can't reach my laptop. Okay. I think one of the other things with marriage being like 50-50, as people say, is like you get caught up in keeping score. And it's
kill you.
Literally, it's so easy to do. Like, it's
Very
so easy
easy
when you're trying to, like, make sure everything is all even. Like, it's going to lead straight to destruction.
Yeah,
like,
you remember last week when I cooked breakfast? Oh yeah, brother. It's your week.
I couldn't imagine. Like, I feel like that always leads to, like, one person feeling like they're always doing too much, and then the other person feel like they're not doing enough. Or at least that's the narrative that you create.
Yeah, but along with keeping the score, that's where the you always or you never come from.
Yeah, that's what, because that's what it feels like, because that's the narrative you created.
Exactly.
Like, you always do this, you never do this, like, blah 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 blah. That's really stupid. It is stupid. I mean, I've been there, done it, because I did that very early on in our marriage, and I never even realized I was doing it until, like, I would get irritated with you, and I'm like, he not doing nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it was very easy to do because the way our schedules are set up, I get home before you. And so, because of that, because I would get home before you, which I still do now, I primarily do all the cooking, but that's not the same scenario. Like, I'll rephrase that. It's not the same mindset around the acts that I had then.
Yes.
Because it is still the same.
But our dynamic isn't quite the same either, because I do more now.
Very true.
Versus
very, very true. But, like, even in then, like, I used to be pissed that, like, I was coming home from work every day and, like, we had HelloFresh. We was cooking every day. So I was cooking. That's no slight to HelloFresh.
No,
if y'all want to sponsor this podcast, please do. Amen.
Please do. Amen.
But because we love the food. Anyway,
it was good food.
It was really good
Quality.
food. But even, like, coming home and cooking every day, and then on Saturdays you would get up and go to work, and I was stuck on my 1 out of 2 days that I'm off every week, doing laundry, cleaning the house, like,
all the things.
This whole thing.
Yeah. And
I was keeping track in my head of, like, I'm doing this, and this. Like, what is he doing? You know what I'm saying? And it was dumb, but, like, it did open up the conversation of, like, you know, I ain't the only nigga in here. You know what I'm saying? Which was not even, I don't think, your mindset towards me. It was just the narrative I had created, because you never treated me like that. It was just the narrative I created of, like, I'm keeping score and you're losing. And it's going to take you 6 months at this point. At this rate, you got 6 months. And you're never going to beat me. It sounds crazy, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're the one creating the narrative, it's very easy to be like, no, this makes very much so logical sense.
Very much so.
Because it does. You got anything else you want to say about marriage being 50-50?
Even with, I found myself in that trap during the pandemic. When we were in quarantine and I was off work.
Really? You counted that out? Like we're keeping score?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Because I was at home.
Oh my God. Look at this. A revelation. Don't look at this podcast.
I was at home. I was making sure this house was clean every day when you came home.
You were.
That you had something to eat every day when you came home.
Yeah.
And I got to see. And so in that, when I realized that was what was going on up here, I was like, oh.
Oh my God.
This is how she feels.
Yeah.
This is how women feel.
Yeah. 99% of the time. Yeah. That's wild. I did not know you felt like that.
So now, or even after the fact, I changed my mindset. So whenever something needed to be done, I got it.
Yeah, I mean,
instead of you running to do it, I got it. The dishes need to be done, I got it. The food need to be cooked for dinner, got it. Lunch, got it. House need to be clean, got it.
Yeah.
You know, because
I did not know you felt like that.
It gave me a perspective, because in my head, I'm going to work every Saturday. I'm going to work. But you were going to work every day.
Yeah.
I mean, we both work.
Yeah.
But it made me think about how important taking care of the home is and how it's not minuscule.
Yeah.
Like, it's very major, because if you weren't here and I had to come home and clean this house every day and cook my food every day and still go to work every day, like, that is you see that I do have a partner.
Yeah.
Versus this just being, a lackluster relationship. And that's not the case.
That's really good, man. I did not know that you felt like that.
Yeah.
And that's also interesting because I didn't ask you to.
I know.
Oh, I almost fell out this chair.
I know, but also in that, I never asked you to.
No,
beforehand.
You did it. It was very. It was never really a conversation.
It never really truly is. Oftentimes,
it wasn't like who's gonna do this, who's gonna do that. Like, that was not the
But that's
conversation.
just traditional gender roles. You get what I'm saying?
Touche.
Patriarchy.
Touche. You said it all the time. Touche. Because even when you were home, like, I wasn't.
And
I didn't ask you to do anything.
I know, and you didn't even expect me to come home.
No,
you didn't even expect to come home to a hot meal.
No,
you were just as exhausted as I was. You were going to work, and I was at home not going to work.
Yeah, yeah. Like, I didn't ask you to do anything.
No.
Like, I wasn't expecting you.
But I also wasn't gonna. I needed to do something.
Yeah,
so, like, I wasn't going to just be at home in this house looking trash. Granted, this house being trash was how I felt on the inside. But nonetheless, I could still make sure this house looked good if I'm going to be at home all day, every day for 3 months, 4 months. You feel me? So
that's very interesting. I am shocked because I really just never knew you felt like that. That's funny. That's funny because I never even, like, got used to it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it always, because I wasn't expecting it from you. One, because there's only 2 of us in here, so the house is never really that dirty. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just be piles of clothes everywhere.
Yeah.
But, like,
and that ain't your business, mine.
But, like, even with that, like, it wasn't like I'm coming home and now I'm expecting the house to be spick and span every day because you're home. Like, that literally never even crossed my mind because I don't believe marriage is 50-50.
Thanks.
And because things have now, a life event has transpired that would make this not 50-50, I'm not looking for you to. Like, even just financially speaking, right? Like, we weren't prepared. Like, I'm granted, the Lord kept us, amen, we ain't go without.
Glory.
But what I will say is that, like, we weren't expecting you to lose your job.
Right.
But, like, even in that, like, that wasn't a conversation. I just took my butt to work.
Fact.
Like, I kept going to work like I had been before.
It is what it is, yeah.
It is what it is. We'll figure it out. Like, I'm still working the same crazy overtime hours. Like, we'll figure it out.
But even in that, it allowed me to see that I had a partner.
Yeah.
Versus
that just didn't have to be 50-50.
Versus a liability. Because it's a lot of people in marriage.
That's a word.
It's a lot of people in marriage that just believe that their wife is a liability, or they believe that their husband is a liability, and you're not.
Good stuff. That was good, Monty.
Thanks.
Look at you jumping nuggets. Do you have any hood highlight of today's episode or any other things else to ask?
For today would be to do your part. No matter how small that may be, no matter how big that may be, your part contributes to the win overall. So whatever your part is, do that. Do you have any hood highlight for today?
That was good. I think that my hood highlight would be that if you really feel like your marriage is 50-50, and some people want a 50-50 marriage if that's what works for you, but I don't think that that's fulfilling. And I think that my hood highlight would be that not to keep score, because that's something that, like, is easily done. And to put into your marriage what you want to get out of it. Like, utterly and truly. Like, I want to get partnership vibes, or like, you know, feel like I have a partner in my marriage, and not just like I'm here just to cook and clean and lay down with. So I therefore don't put that into my marriage. Like,
yeah,
and setting those expectations too, like that. There are expectations of people that, like, you know, feel like, which 9 times out of 10 the woman does end up doing the more work in a heterosexual, you know, relationship, and more work considering because of the load of household work, which, and we don't have no kids, and I couldn't even imagine like the extra work that therefore adds in. The extra work that therefore adds in. But yeah, that would be my hood highlight. The marriage is what you make it, and you don't have to make it 50-50, and it shouldn't be, because there are 2 whole individuals working to make one whole relationship work.
Remember that. 2 whole individuals working to make one relationship work.
Fact. Boom.
And if it ain't working, that means somebody ain't doing their part.
All right, everybody. Thank you for watching and listening.
Thank you.
This is season 2, episode 2 of Hood Tales. Follow us everywhere. _Raven Camille.
_ the Gentleman's Groomer.
Yep, you can watch the podcast on YouTube at Raven Camille TV if you like to watch for the visualness that is my fine face.
Hello, and mine as well.
Hello. If you have any questions, topic suggestions, any of that, all of the above, be sure to email us at hoodtalesadvice@gmail.com.
Bam.
Thanks for watching, listening. God bless.
Appreciate
Peace.
y'all.
Bye.